Good day, traders. This is Master FX Shifu from the Universal Forex Dojo. Let's hop onto the charts and see what we've got for the day. Now, before we do that, let's check out the Wushu 2.0.
Automate your entire trade management process with the most advanced tool on the market. Remove emotions, perfect execution, all instruments. Trade the Asian session, London session, and New York session in your sleep. Spend less than 2 hours on charts and allow the Wushu to trade for you through all sessions. Wushu 2.0 features auto place, stop orders, auto break even, auto partials, auto trail stop, proprietary auto exit strategy. How it all works. Step 1. Analyze your charts and set up your trade ideas. Step 2. Input your trade setups, entry point, stop loss, and risk. Step 3. Go about your day and let the Wushu do all the work through all sessions. Summary. The Wushu will position size for you, auto place stop order, move stop to break even, take partials for you, trail stop, limit max loss for the day. Auto hedge new feature. The Wushu 2.0 Auto Hedge Mode will hedge every position you take. It will manage the 2 positions using the Dojo proprietary exit mode. The Wushu will proceed to close the losing position and take profits from the winning position. The Wushu 2.0 Auto Hedge Mode is set to close at 1.5 R of every position it takes. Take your trading to the next level with the Wushu 2.0. Get our tool, uniforexdojo.com. info@uniforexdojo.com.
Good day, traders. Hoping that everybody's doing well today. This is Master FX Shifu, and we are about to go live and see what we can take advantage of today. Do drop your pairs on the side there, and we'll definitely take advantage. Don't forget to like the stream. Then, of course, do drop your pairs. Now, before we get started, yesterday's live, we had one loss on EURUSD. And then we had an ECAD loss, which was one of the setups. I'm not sure if I sent this, but I don't think this was sent to you guys. This was actually part of the signals. We had this loss, whereby price literally just went into a zone, dropped slightly, and then of course played around there until it kicked us out of the setup. So I will mark this one as a loss. And of course we had an 8-hour win on gold, which was pretty good. I don't know if you guys caught that, but I think I did drop it on the session on gold, where price actually, let me just open it for you guys so you can see how it was. There we go. And then of course let me just try find, I sent it into the Discord. There we go. This was a setup that was sent. I think when we sent this, price was at this candle. I think this candle was still forming or busy. And then of course price tanked first and then came back into our midpoint, triggered sell stops, and then of course started tanking. And this gave us a decent 8.2 R before started retracing to come and kick us out of the setup. So yeah, I know those that do use the aggressive mode on Wushu, they got the full 14 R on the setup. So that was a decent setup. And I think we picked this one off. I'm not sure if it was Audi, but doesn't really matter because we can do it in any time frame. That's what we teach in the boot camp. So do check it out. This was a win right here. Let me just place it right there. There we go. Perfect. There's a decent 8-hour move there. Just move it here. Okay. So do drop your pairs on the side there. Drop the pairs that you guys want me to look at today. And then, of course, I will take a look and potentially, hopefully, we'll get something that does work out. And usually Thursdays are my good days, and like Wednesdays. But Thursdays are my good days. So let us start with gold. And see what we can find on the 4-hour, just to have a bit of an idea of where price is. And you see this massive rejection candle there. So we've got the zone here. That's pretty interesting for me. I think that's where we're most probably going to get our next reaction. This is a 4-hour, by the way. And then we had, okay, this price did come back, pick the trade up. And then we had this break here. Of course, price did go down, creating this low here. So we've got, it's going to be a tricky one actually. On the 4-hour, we've got these two zones that we're working with. So we're expecting, just mark it, we're expecting this zone to hold on the 4-hour. So therefore, we would want to see price come back. And I'm going to mark it as well, just so we can have a bit of an idea of what we're doing. This is on the 4-hour. And then if you go deeper into price on the hourly, you're going to start seeing some more action. We're in a bit of a range here, so it is a bit tricky. No, not going to touch that one. Let's go into the 30-minute candles. I'm seeing something here, but now this low here, it's giving me a bit of a worry, but let's see how it works out. Okay, now we are still in there. Potentially, if we do get into the setup, we are going to get kicked out somewhere here, but it is a decent one we can work with, and it's going to look something like that, of course. And then ideally targeting these points here, but we know that we are most probably going to get a reaction in here, so do be careful, of course. Let me remove these alerts, and then we'll have something like that. And then our price point would be right here. There we go. So we know that once price does hit this price point, we are going to get a reaction. I am going to mark it on my chart here. Ideally, you can also use this on the whoosh. If you're using the whooshu, you can just literally input it, and then we'll wait for price to get there. Okay. So I hope that's going to work for you guys. Just hold on for me. I'm adding. There we go. 1776, 1763.918. So that's a price point that you really want to be watching. Yeah, you should really be interested in. So do be careful of that. Okay, let us hop on. Do drop your pairs on the side there, guys. Drop your pairs. Let me just remove this old gold. And then we'll have something like that. August has been a rather tricky month, if I may say. I mean, that goal setup kicked in rather late. I think it kicked in, I'm not sure if it was an Asian, but yeah, it's been a rather tricky month. Do drop your pairs on the side there, guys. Drop your pairs so I can break it down for you guys, and you can see if you can take advantage. US 100, still bullish, still very bullish. We had this last 2 losses, so that created a bit of a challenge for me. Okay, so this zone is still very active, and I think price, we are probably heading to the zone here. We're probably heading to that zone. Let's see how the 4 hours looking. And then the 1 hour. Don't forget to like the stream, guys. Don't forget to like the stream. No, I'm not seeing anything decent here. Nothing decent there. Then we're going to go into Euro USD. We had this loss yesterday. Let's get on the daily. Let's see what the daily is showing us. We're in a bit of a range. Probably a bit of a range. But then again, we could see these double lows here. These equal lows are probably going to get taken soon. But we can also look at this POS over there, and then we look at this one here. Then of course creating this low here, creating that high, and then price did come back, forming equal lows. And I think we're most probably going to get price coming in here, and then of course moving to the upside. So ideally, these two, you'd want to wait for them to be taken first. Let's see how it's going to look. Yeah, you'd want to wait for them to be taken first. And you can see here there's a massive imbalance that was left here. So ideally, like I said, you want them to be taken first. And then once they're taken, we will have a bit of a nice buy to the upside. So it's going to look something like this. And of course, going all the way up to take this high here. So this is probably a good setup that we should be keeping an eye on. Should keep an eye on this setup. But like I said, ideally, because we don't know how far it's going to go after taking those equal lows, we should keep an eye on it. And I'm going to mark that. Beautiful. I need to do the last 2 pairs. Let's take a look at EA. EA left us in the wind here, so I'm just going to erase that. It literally just disappeared. Okay, let's take a look at what the daily is showing us, because I see it looks like it's at its nice point here. There we go. Beautiful. So we had a nice BOS over here. And then we could have our point there being taken, which means we are actually in the zone. We're actually in the decent zone. I would hold off this level here, and then of course, because we're using the daily, you'd want to keep your stop loss range a bit wide, and you can see some rejection candles in that zone. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to refine further than that. Here's one here. Okay, let's see if we can take it slightly. And then 30, 15. Okay, so we are going to leave it at that point. So this is our EA setup that we are going to approach. And we can see price is creating a bit of a range, a bit of a, not even a range, it's creating some sort of liquidity here at the bottom, engineering that liquidity. So we should have something along these lines as our entry points. There we go. Then I'm going to mark this. I make you confident about this one, mainly because we used a higher time frame to get to it. I'm going to do the last pair, guys, and then potentially hop off if something doesn't trigger. Okay, let's see how that's going to work. Okay, let's let's go for another GU. Let's go for GU. GU also tends to behave at times. Okay, let's see what the daily is giving us. This low is being taken. 4 hour. Yeah, this one is being taken. And of course there is some liquidity just laying up here. But now there's a rejection here that I'm not liking. Let's see how the 1 hour is looking. Okay, on the 1 hour we have a clear BOS. And we could potentially have, I wouldn't go that high, but this is the ideal high to use. But I don't think I'd go that high. This candle here is more than sufficient. But let's just see how the 30 is looking. Yeah, on the 30, it's looking much better. Then let's see on the 15, refine further. So this will be one of our most refined setups for the day. I wouldn't go that far again, but let's see how that works out. So we'd have something along these ranges on GU. If you missed yesterday's 8 hour on gold, that is a bummer, but it is the market after all. Okay, so we'd have that setup, and that would be the last one for this live stream. I will check you guys again tomorrow. Good morning, IB. I will check you guys tomorrow, same time. Let me hop off and drop some pairs onto the signals. Do check out the bootcamp, check out the Wushu, and of course our advanced signals. We do have them on promo right now. So if you didn't get the email, drop us an inbox, drop us a telegram, and then you'll see how we've got a ridiculous 70% discount on our package for our 4th birthday. So happy trading, guys. I will check you guys tomorrow. Cheers, guys.